What's up, all you witches and demons out there? I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm coming at you with the fourth episode of the Owl House, titled The Intruder. Is this some Toonami stuff? Anyone who remembers that series, I give you mad props. Toonami's The Intruder, a good time. And this episode definitely feels very reminiscent of it. But let's jump in, as we open with King trying to educate Luz about demon kind, pointing out the most powerful of the demons, the Snaggleback. However, Luz is a little taken away from that situation as it starts to rain, namely boiling rain. Boiling rain for the Boiling Isles, and it'll boil you something fierce, as we find out that the Boiling Isles doesn't really get weather, it gets plagues. So Ida has to make a protection spell around the house. Meanwhile, King is very determined to teach Luz all about demonkind, still emphasizing the Snaggleback. But Ida makes a protection spell around the house, so nobody can really leave. So our episode will take place all within the titular Owl House. We also get a bit of a question posed by Luz, and that is why people call Ida the Owl Lady. Ida says it's because she's so wise, but who do you think it's because of all the rats that she eats? And King thinks it's because she likes shiny things, which she does. She likes shiny things very much. But Ida is feeling the strain from using such a powerful spell, and Ida is fully intent on resting, while Luz wants to finally start to learn some magic. And it's only through bribing her with a shiny thing that she's able to convince Ida to actually teach her a little something something. You hear me? Now, she emphasizes that most witches use a witch's staff in order to channel their magic. However, it's only through first channeling it on their own that they're able to be worthy of having a witch's staff. So, Ida shows Luz a very basic spell, based to create light. Boom. Bioluminescence and all that good stuff. However, King is still really intent on getting Luz to listen to his demon lecture, but Luz is more interested in finally learning some magic. However, we come to find out that witches have something called a magic sac on their heart, which allows them to channel magic just au naturel, with Ida also explaining that magic circles, the bigger the circle you draw, the more powerful the magic spell. So, interesting to know. Interesting to keep a little bit of a note on. I like that we're finally starting to learn a little bit more about how magic works here and the degree to which it works. However, Ida notes that, she's not really sure how Luz will learn magic without a magic sack on her heart. She does say that back in the day, witches did do magic a different way, but she doesn't quite remember what that was. So, Luz at least tries to get Ida to record one more spell, but Ida is completely drained. And so they take her up to her nest. She sleeps in a nest. Man, she really is an owl lady, isn't she? And while King is still determined to teach Luz, Luz emphasizes that she only wants to learn magic because she feels like it'll be something of worth, something to finally be able to make her the person she feels she should be, and not just some tiny insignificant weirdo, which King can empathize with. And so he thinks that the source of all of Ida's magical power has to come from this elixir next to her bed. So he decides that he'll steal it and give it to Luz so that maybe she can use magic with that. And, it just has this tag that says an elixir a day. And he questions that, but he feels that, maybe it's worth it to just take it. It doesn't seem like it'll do any harm, only for Luz to accidentally drop it during a lightning crashing and all that good stuff. However, we also see, well, lack thereof, as the lights go out and it seems that Hootie is attacked by some unknown beast that goes escaping into the owl house. King thinks it's Snaggleback and that this is the perfect opportunity to teach Luz more about demonkind. So they suit up and pursue it into Ida's room where they don't find Ida whatsoever. And when King goes to find more of his monster books and all that, he sees that Luz has gone missing, finding only her shoe. But then King runs up on a Snaggleback, voiced by Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps fame and Starbomb and all that good stuff. Aaron has been doing a few voices here and there, but this seems to be his most prominent role in the series so far, so that's a little fun. However, the Snaggleback ends up being captured by the monster that is rampaging within the house, that then pursues King throughout the halls, only for him to be rescued by Luz, who had, just stumbled and lost her shoe. He also ends up finding the rest of the tag attached to the bottom of her foot, reading an elixir a day keeps the curse at bay. And they realize that this is none other than Ida in a monstrous owl form. Ida has been cursed. And she's only warded off by a snap from Luz's cell phone light, which blinds her and sends her running. And they're able to escape her for the most part. But King feels devastated that this is all his fault. He's the only reason why that Ida is like this. If he hadn't been so desperate to teach Luz about demonkind, to feel some form of self-worth, this never would have happened. But Luz feels that, no, you are a demon expert, and Ida has turned into some kind of demon. So if we team up, we should be able to make it through this. However, Luz's camera has been badly damaged, so she won't be able to snap a picture, and she can't draw glyphs, circles, like Ida can. However, when she goes back over her recording, she notices something within the magic circle Ida draws. So Luz traces over it, and she's able to do her first bit of magic, a light spell, a tiny one at that. And, they formulate a plan with this, with King leading Ida into a certain point of the hall, them trapping her under a blanket to confuse her, and Luz draws a massive light glyph in order to just completely incapacitate Ida. So Ida wakes up the next day, later on in the day, sucking down some potion, and with King kind of emphasizing that he was the one who stole her potion right after she coughs up the Snaggleback. And while Ida is mad at first, King directs her attention to Luz, who is showing that she has finally learned how to cast spells, light spells, if only just little ones, which really kind of mesmerizes Ida. That man, she figured this out all on her own. That's incredible. And I really do love this scene. Just, it's so beautifully done. But they end up kind of apologizing to Ida, and Ida apologizes herself, noting that she could have been more forthcoming to them, that she was cursed when she was younger. And so while they go about cleaning everything up and, just giving Ida some time to actually rest, she has a dream of back when she was first cursed, that a mysterious figure beyond the door had done this to her. And at the end of our episode, we also see that King has updated his monster book a little to include Ida, the Owl Lady. A very interesting episode, creating a bit of a mystery, some intrigue. Who cursed Ida and why? Why an owl-like monster? Is there more to it, or is it the folly of Ida that caused this. I mean, she does tend to get in trouble. Did she bite off more than she can chew one day? I'm very interested in finding out this secret, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode as we continue on with the Owl House. And someday we might just find out the secrets of the Owl Lady. So, be sure to grab all your light magic spells with plenty of pens and paper. And leave me a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.